Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something really exciting, especially if you're a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus specifically. Lots happening there.
Exactly. We're going to unpack the game lineups for June and July 2025. Plus, there are some big anniversary celebrations going on.
50 years of PS Plus, right?
15 years. And you've sent us a great stack of sources, articles, blog posts, news updates. So our mission, like always, is to cut through it all,
Get to the good stuff.
find those key insights, and, point out the opportunities for you. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it. June 1st.
Yeah, June. What's available right now? This is for all PS Plus members, Essential, Extra, Premium. You've got until July 1st to grab these.
Okay.
So first, NBA 2K25, PS4, PS5, the latest big basketball sim.
Right, the new one. Heard it's got that Pro Play tech.
It does. Supposedly translates real NBA footage right into the game. Pretty cool for realism.
Interesting. What else?
Then for horror fans, Alone in the Dark. The 2024 reimagining on PS5. Set in the 1920s, you play as Edward Carnby, or Emily. Looks spooky.
A classic name rebooted. Okay.
And then something totally different. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, PS4 and PS5.
Oh, the Jet Set Radio style one.
That's the one. Very vibrant, lots of graffiti, skating, great music, apparently.
Yeah, that one looks fun. High energy.
Definitely. And rounding out this part of the lineup, Destiny 2, the final shape expansion.
Ah, the big conclusion.
The big conclusion to their, decade-long War of Light and Darkness story. Big deal for Destiny players.
Yeah, huge. What's fascinating here, looking at just those four, is the sheer breadth. You've got the massive sports sim, survival horror, that indie-style action platformer, and then the huge live service expansion.
Right. They're really covering a lot of ground.
They really are. It feels like they're trying to hit almost every type of gamer with just the essential tier monthly games. Sports, horror, indie, MMO light.
That's a great point. It's not just one genre focus. But, is there a risk there? Spreading too thin, maybe? Or is that just what you have to do now?
Well, I think it's kind of essential in this subscription war, The main goal is keeping people subscribed.
Retention.
Exactly. If you offer something for
Yeah.
almost everyone each month, there's less reason for someone to say, there's nothing for me here and drop off.
Yeah.
It's more about maybe being indispensable.
Omnipresence, yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so that's the stuff for everyone until July 1st. But what about the game catalog for extra and premium members?
Right. Those dropped mid-month, June 17th.
Yeah, the sources mention FBC, Firebreak, Battlefield 2042,
The big shooter.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Help wanted two more horror, but VR compatible too, I think.
Yeah, that series is still huge.
And The Hunter, Call of the Wild, plus the sources kind of teased and more.
Always that little and more. But yeah, these catalog editions, they definitely flesh out the value for those higher tiers.
How so, you think? What does Battlefield 2042 add specifically?
Well, Battlefield gives you that massive ongoing multiplayer shooter experience. If you didn't grab it at launch or maybe fell off, it's a huge draw for online players.
Right, a different flavor than, say, Destiny 2.
Totally. And then something like The Hunter, that's super niche, right? A slow-paced hunting sim.
Very different, yeah.
But adding titles like that shows they're catering to, specific tastes beyond just the blockbusters. It broadens the appeal significantly for those willing to pay for the higher tiers. Makes the library feel deeper.
Okay, gotcha. So that's June covered. Let's shift to July, because this is a big one.
The 15th anniversary month.
Exactly. PlayStation Plus turns 15.
Yeah.
And the game's coming July 1st, available until August 4th. These are for all tiers again. Essential, Extra, and Premium.
Okay, so what are the anniversary headliners?
All right, first up, and this one's huge, Diablo 4.
Wow.
PS4 and PS5. The big action RPG from Blizzard, that's pretty major, right?
Yeah.
For a monthly game.
That is major. I mean, Diablo 4 isn't that old, relatively speaking.
Right.
Putting a massive ongoing live service game like that into the base tier?
What does that signal to you?
Engagement. Pure and simple.
Yeah.
A game like Diablo 4 is designed to be played for hundreds of hours, constantly updated. It keeps players logged in, invested in the ecosystem.
Right, not just a play it once and done single-player game.
Precisely. It's a very smart play to boost long-term value perception and will keep those subscription numbers solid. Pulls in a huge dedicated community too.
Okay, makes sense. Alongside Diablo 4, we've got the King of Fighters XV.
KOFXV. Nice, solid fighting game.
Yeah, PS4 and PS5. Latest in that long-running series. Sources mention a big roster, like 39 characters.
Yeah, it's packed with content for fighting game fans. Good competitive edition.
And then the third one, This one feels different. Jusant.
Oh, Jusant. Yeah, I've seen that one.
PS5 only for this one. It's described as a, relaxing puzzle platformer, but focused entirely on climbing.
Very unique. Almost meditative from what I've seen. Beautiful art style, too.
It really stands out, doesn't it? Especially next to Diablo and KOF. What's the thinking there, putting that in the anniversary month?
Well, I think it shows they're not just going for the huge names or the high-octane stuff, including Jusant. It's like a nod to artistic innovation, different kinds of experiences.
Balancing the lineup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It says we've got the blockbusters, the competitive fighters, and these unique, maybe more thoughtful indie gems. It rounds out the offering, showing a commitment to, diverse quality.
Yeah, I like that. It's not just chasing the biggest possible player count with every single title.
Right. Okay. So Diablo 4, KOF, XV, Jusant. That's a strong core lineup for July.
Very strong. But wait, there's more. Because it's the anniversary, Sony's adding extra stuff. Here's where it gets really interesting, especially for premium members.
The extra perks.
Yeah. So for premium folks, game trials are coming. WWE 2K25, that starts June 25th, and Monster Hunter Wilds starts June 30th.
Monster Hunter Wilds trial already. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a big upcoming game.
Huge. So chance to try those out if you're on premium. But this next one, this is for everyone.
Okay.
A free online multiplayer weekend, June 28th to 29th. No PS Plus needed at all.
Oh, nice. So anyone can jump online for those 2 days.
Anyone. Perfect chance to, drag your friends into some matches even if they're not subscribed.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Good promotional tool.
And one more for premium members, 15% off movies. Up to 2,000 titles via the Sony Pictures Core app. That's running now through August 12th.
Movies, too. See, if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
these extras, they're not just random goodies. It's about building out the value proposition beyond just games. The trials reward premium members directly. The free weekend is a hook for new subscribers. The movie discount ties into Sony's wider entertainment ecosystem.
Right. It's more than just a game library they're building.
Exactly. It's celebrating the anniversary, sure, but it's also about making the service feel more, integral, part of a bigger entertainment package. Less like just renting games, more like being part of a club with varied benefits.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's boil this down. What does all this actually mean for you listening right now? What should you be doing?
Key actions time.
Key actions. First, June games. If you haven't already, go grab NBA 2K25, Alone in the Dark, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and That Destiny 2. Final Shape expansion deadline is July 1st.
Don't sleep on those, especially if any of them are on your wish list.
Definitely. Then, starting July 1st, get ready to claim the July lineup. Diablo 4, The King of Fighters XV, and Jusant. Set a reminder for that.
Diablo 4 especially, that's going to be popular.
Oh, yeah. And mark your calendars June 28th and 29th, that free online multiplayer weekend. Tell your friends.
Good shout.
And finally, if you are a premium subscriber, remember those game trials. WWE 2K25 starting June 25th, Monster Hunter Wilds starting June 30th. Great chance to try before you buy or, just sample them.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out if you have premium. It has real value.
So lots to keep track of, but some really great opportunities there.
For sure. Thinking about all this, the mix of massive franchises like Diablo, unique indies like Jusant, the expansions, the trials, the movie discounts, it does raise an important question, maybe.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Just how these services keep evolving. They're constantly trying to figure out the right blend. How do you balance those guaranteed hits, the big names people know, with the more innovative, maybe riskier new experiences? And then layering on all these extra perks, it's turning them into something much more complex than just like a digital rental store.
Yeah, more like these comprehensive entertainment hubs, like you said, always shifting.
Exactly. It's fascinating to watch how they try to keep delivering value in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Definitely something for you, the listener, to think about as you decide how these services fit into your gaming life.
That's a great final thought. The landscape is constantly changing, and yeah, being informed helps you make the most of it all. So go check out those games, jump into that free weekend, try the trials, whatever fits your style, enjoy your gaming, and we'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.